Embiid has had an interesting season so far, from playing at the Olympics to out of nowhere, him not being ready for the start of the season, to saying I'm not playing back-to-backs and a team meeting calling out Embiid on his laziness, and also whatever this is. Embiid's reputation is in the gutter, and he's also dragging the 76ers with him. And subscribe if you haven't, and let's get into the video. So this vid is piggybacking off the vid I made a little bit ago talking about how the 76ers are struggling, and since then they've had Embiid and Paul George come back for some games, but they are a putrid 3-12 and are the second worst team in the league and are bottom 5 team in almost every single category, which is a far cry from the title contenders they were proclaimed to be at the start of the season. And who can blame people for making that claim? They made all the right moves, had a great offseason, signing the right players, and adding Paul George to a huge contract. They also drafted Jared McCain, who was looking like the Rookie of the Year, and got Nick Nurse some more pieces to coach. So why has this quote-unquote title contender completely collapsed? And the number one major reason why is their face of the franchise, and his name is Joel Embiid. See how this all came crashing down. Let's start at the top. Joel Embiid came into the league selected 3rd overall and missed the first 2 years due to a foot injury. And since then, he has been a 7-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, a 2-time scoring champion, and league MVP. That's amazing for 8 years, but why do people never praise Embiid for his accomplishments and give him so much hate? Well, one reason is his style of play. He flops and foul baits and is always falling to the ground, which makes him hard to watch at times. Another thing people have against him is his MVP league year, in which he took some shots at Jokic and complained about not winning it in the 2022 season. Then Kendrick Perkins came out of nowhere and said that the voters are racist, which made Embiid that week jump to the top of the MVP ladder.
When it comes down to guys winning MVP since 1990, it's only 3 guys that won the MVP that wasn't top 10 in scoring. Do you know who those 3 guys were?
Who were they?
Steve Nash, Jokic, and Dirk Nowitzki. Now,
Dirk Nowitzki.
what do those guys have in common? I'll let it sit there and
He eventually won at the end of that season, but you see why people don't like him and say he's a whiny loser. And of course, the thing that has become Embiid's brand at this point, injuries and disappearing from the playoffs. Embiid has pretty much had any injury there can be and has missed plenty of games. He had
in his career: foot, knee, health protocols, back, hand, face, ankle, shoulder, calf, hip, elbow, ribs. I mean, damn. Is there a part of the body that I missed? This dude has been hurt over every imaginable injury you can find on the human body. He's had everything has happened to him but a heart attack.
Never played 70 games in a season in his career, and in the playoffs he has multiple choke jobs, which has led to fans overall being upset with him. So all that leads us to this season, where in the summer where he got into another controversy where he decided to play for Team USA instead of Team France, even though he wrote a letter to the French president asking to become a citizen, claiming that he has a desire and will play for Team France if he gets granted a visa. But he snaked them, and in the Olympics he had a good time, winning gold and playing great. At the start of the season, he said he wouldn't be ready to play, even though he was good to play for the Olympics. Also said he will never play back-to-backs again. And he got
that big fella, Joel Embiid, is not going to play back-to-backs ever again. Like it's over. Like, I guess for the duration that he's ever in the league, which is a fucking amazing that he can get this off. I mean, this is it, dog. Back-to-backs are part of the fucking of the
So that's
season,
going to be about
man.
like 15 this year.
Games
so automatically you're not playing in 15 games. So
he's missed.
You got a
No,
67 game schedule.
Right. He's going to play one of those games, but he's not going to play both of those games.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
And to an altercation with a reporter, rightly so, because he mentioned Embiid's deceased brother and son, which is wrong to do, but still a distraction to the team and himself. And today, in which a team meeting was leaked and Maxey called out Embiid for being late and said how it was ruining the locker room. And the reason why we know about this meeting is because it got leaked, which surprised a lot of people. And
the hell Shams got that story or how that even leaked, especially it being like some of it being like kind of word for word, or not necessarily word for word, but quoted. That was the crazy part about it. The whole meeting,
Embiid is reportedly furious and is trying to figure out who leaked it, calling that person a piece of shit. And all that leads to why the 76ers are arguably the worst team in the league. From off-the-court controversy to them just not playing well, their superstar Embiid has only played 4 games, and in this 4 games he's having his worst season to date. This season has been a nightmare for the Sixers, and some reports say the Sixers might be done with him, but maybe they can turn it around, but that would take a miracle. The only bright spot in this team has been Jared McCain, who's having a great rookie season, scoring and shooting pretty well, but overall things are looking pretty bleak, which is a big surprise to pretty much everyone. Speaking of surprises, I made a video speaking about other big surprises this NBA season, like the Cavaliers' hard start and the Tyrese Halliburton struggles that you're going to want to check out.